Hearing Loss Live talks hoes and gifts. Remember, subscribe, like, and share today. Good morning. Welcome to Hearing Loss Live. We're entering the holiday season, and hopefully you've made it through your Thanksgiving feast with friends and family because you came to our Conquering Your Next family gathering and had success. As we head into the holidays, we like to do what we call Hoh Gifts. Where we kind of sit down and give you a rundown of our thoughts on how you can best gift your hoe. Last year we did a lot of the apps, and I don't think there's a lot of new ones, Shelley, is there? We've got Ava.
There's not really a lot of new apps. I would still highly suggest getting one of the transcript apps for a subscription to your loved one. But yep, that's about all on apps right now.
And we went through Roger Pen. There's all sorts of different technologies. But we're going to tell you a gift. We had this thought. We call it our shower thoughts. Mine was more like I was at a basketball game last night captioning, and I went, you know, there's a lot of things that don't cost any money that you can give to your hard of hearing loved one, friend, family, coworker, employee. And it's pretty simple stuff. We like to talk about being proactive. And I'd like to see hearing partners gift their hoes this year the gift of proactive. And I don't mean the stuff you put on your face to get rid of your acne. I am talking about, do you guys like to go to plays? Is there a live caption option that you can buy annual tickets for? If not, can you two work together to make that happen? Are your sports events captioned? Do you like to go to sports? Maybe you already have tickets for sports. Find out how to get captions. It could be as simple, I think, as sitting down together and figuring out what works, right? I had another thought that went through my head. A lot of automatic speech recognition is coming out, and a lot of places, and I'm talking about playhouses, live theater, those types of things, are finding some alternatives. I get it. If you have one of these programs where captions can automatically go to your phone, you can have captions at every play, right? If you have the script programmed. But is that really a good service? Do you like it? I mean, I know that we have some people we know that do like it. They like the ability to use their phone. I'm going to tell you, as a snob who likes live theater, grew up on it, I do not want my partner to sit there with their phone light on, looking at their screen. One, it shows up. It's annoying, right? Two, how are they enjoying the play? If I have to look down at my phone this whole time to see the words instead of on a board right next to what's going on stage at A Time to Kill a Mockingbird, how am I going to know why Atticus Finch is funny on a line that should be serious? Why is everybody laughing? This is a very serious line. Well, it's because you saw his face. It was the action that happened with the line that makes it. Okay, that's my rant. I do feel live theater, and I would hope to figure out how to have every performance captioned. I do like that idea. But I think cutting corners is not equal access. Does that make sense? I just don't. I don't think it is. What's your thought, Shelley? That's my rant. Sorry, guys.
I like the idea of live theater being captioned, open captioned with the board up next to the stage. I have read the script from my phone or from my chair and tried to read it like a long time ago before, smartphones with my kids in the play. I would be reading the script with my flashlight. One of the things I would like to say is that somebody always complains around you about the light or being on your phone. So if you do like that option, and people do, let the people around you know that you're watching what you're doing. I'm reading captions just so you guys know. So GalaPro is nice because you can go at any time, but I'm always going to pick the open caption showings. I like them much better. In fact, I treated myself to a subscription. They call it a subscription at Salt Lake Acting Company. And we got another Hoh friend going. So grab a hard of hearing friend and treat yourself to a open caption showing. If you're a loved one and you like that idea, contact the theater, find out how that can happen. We also have 2 other podcasts that you can watch that we did in the past. One was with Vicki Turner, who does live captioning for plays, and the other one was with Salt Lake Acting Company, who describes how they got captions and the funds they used. So I think open caption live theater is a great gift. I'm also going to go with open caption movies. And just like Julia was talking, when you got GalaPro and you're on your phone and your iPad, your focus is here, 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 here. So you get those caption devices at the movies and your focus is here, 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 here. I like the open caption showings. We have a theater here in town in West Valley City that does a lot of open captions. They have at least, I think it's 2 a day to give people an option. So I will go there. So you can take your loved one to an open caption movie. Sometimes you have to beware because I will say it's OC, open caption, but really it's CC. So you have to, which is the box, and you're back to this again. So make sure you investigate to make sure it is OC, open caption.
Yeah, and we've got really lucky because we do have a theater that really tries to make sure there's an open caption of everything they're doing every week. And they email us. They let us know what's going to be on their list for the day. And I apologize, the dogs are really on one today. They're wearing me out, man, and it's early. Another part of being proactive is learning better communication skills. How can you gift your Hoh better communication skills that you guys can practice together? We have our 3 simple rules. You want to go through it, Shelley?
Yes, if you're the Hoh yourself, give yourself the gift of a communication boundary. And the communication boundaries would be, get my attention first before you start speaking to me, because we are all lip reading, whether we know it or not. We use a little bit of lip reading, probably use more than you think. The second rule would be to face me the whole time you're talking. And the third rule is to be within 6 feet. That's for line of sight, for lip reading, but it's also because hearing aids have a hearing bubble. Hearing aids hear best within 6 feet. Anything after that, and the ability starts to go away. So if you're within 6 feet, it's good for lip reading and it's good for hearing aids. Those are my 3 big ones. And if you're a hearing partner, You can write those down. Oh, actually, we got something coming up for you, and I'll let Julia go through this.
So hearing partners can use these 3 simple rules. They make sense if you use it with everybody. But you know, this is a gift you can give those you love because it doesn't cost any money. So, you know, we know inflation's high. We know this year is crazy. This costs absolutely no money, but it might save you thousands in the long run. If you want a copy as a gift to someone you love, whether you're hard of hearing or you're a hearing partner, sign up for our email. We will send it to you on December 1st newsletter, email news. Let me try this again. If you sign up for our email newsletter, which is free, on December 1st, we will be gifting a copy of these rules in a little fancy form, and you can put it as a gift for your holiday to whoever. You can gift it to your whole family. Get everybody involved. A gift I want people to stay away from as a hearing partner. I think you might be thinking maybe the gift of hearing aids. Cochlear implants are usually covered by insurance, but maybe you think you're being kind by saying, "Oh, I'll help you with this." Mom, grandma, wife, husband, whatever. And then we can go back to the way we were before. Don't do it. If your hearing loss partner, family member, say, "I'd like to look into hearing aids," your answer should be, "Let's go together." That's your gift, right? The hearing partner can go with them to the audiologist. They can learn everything that they want to know about hearing aids and why your communication is going to change. And if your audiologist doesn't answer that, you can decide if you want a new one, but you can come to us and you can learn better techniques. Any thoughts on that, Shelley?
Don't force hearing aids on somebody. They have to be willing to do it themselves. It's got to be time, and they might have a mild hearing loss, and maybe it is driving you crazy. But if you really push it, what's going to happen is they'll go get those hearing aids, but they're not going to wear them because in their heart they're not ready to yet. So don't waste your money on that kind of a gift right now. Just wait for them to be ready.
Right. I have 2 incidences personally for me. If I forced my husband right now to go get hearing aids, he watches TV all day. He's not going to hear me any better unless we're working on it together. What he's missing, we know how to adapt to because we use communication rules in our house, the 3 communication rules. But the thing that's going to come between us is a $6,000 bill for hearing aids in a drawer because it's just going to make sounds louder for him. It's not going to help with understanding right now. His Bluetooth wireless headphone sets work just fine for him. And I will be mad at the $6,000 bill sitting in the drawer. The other incident is your older parents, grandparents. You have to be able to work with them, and you have to know hearing aids do not put you back to what you heard before. Many times family members are really pissed off because they spent $6,000 on these hearing aids and you still can't understand me. They can hear you, I guarantee it, but it's just sound. If you don't use the 3 free communication rules, the $6,000 is not going to help. So stay away from a gift like that is my end all to that. And if you're ready for that gift, be ready to get services to understand better. I have one idea that is a costly gift. It's very costly. Join our lip reading concept class and or our lip shape class. That's $100. Costly? I don't think so. And you can give a class to your loved one, okay, for hearing loss so that they understand lip reading better. And Shelley doesn't know this, and I'm the queen of, cost, but if you would like to join your family member, we will have a special buy one and join free. So 2 of you can join any of the classes together for $50. That's 8 weeks of class. So what, $3 a week for each of you? Join one, join both. We do, it's not mandatory, but we do suggest you do lip reading concepts first, because we have found after years of teaching and participating, until you, even if you know all of it, until you understand how it works with lip reading, the lip shapes and how they work will not always make as much sense. That's my long-winded say, do both, right? Buy one, get one free. Just let us know that's what you want.
That's a great gift for both the hearing partner and the hard of hearing person. Learn how to communicate better together. I've seen spouses join the classes in the past, and they have reaped huge benefits. They've had less communication breakdowns because of it. And I even remember one of the guys, we got to the storytelling part, and I tell a story, and it's about 10 sentences long, maybe. And I have people pick and pull words as they can. This is an advanced kind of thing. But this woman, she was pulling words out all over the place. And I remember her husband looking at her with his mouth open because he did not realize she was lip reading that much. And to her, that proved how much they were lip reading. And so after that, their communication really improved together. So that is quite the gift. And it is just $50 a class. Love to have the spouses attend too. I think that's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing good. Any other thoughts on what you can gift to your loved ones?
I do. Before you go to those live caption plays and the movie, take your loved one to a quiet type restaurant. And it's hard to find. You want restaurants that don't have a lot of reverberation. And by that, I mean the restaurants with cement floors, high ceilings, just hard walls. No, there's no softness in these restaurants. And I get it. It's easier to clean that way. But it is horrendous on hearing aids to sit in a restaurant like that. So make the gift of going off time. Whenever I meet another hard of hearing friend of mine and we go to lunch together, we will hit an off time. Let's go in at like 10:30 for breakfast. Or I'll meet you at lunch at 1. How about dinner at 4? Because that also helps. And that's a wonderful gift to hit it early, avoid the noise, and keep track of the restaurants that are not as noisy. Some are better. Some have the outdoor carpet on the ground. They have drapes. They have plants. All those 3 things right there will help soak up the reverberation, and it's less confusion on the hearing aids. What else? Oh, some people even have acoustic sound panels on their walls, and that helps too. So look for these things, and that will help a hearing aid user too.
Yeah, I need to look into acoustic sound padding on my walls. Any other thoughts? So even if you don't purchase an automatic speech recognition app, at least look into the free versions. I suggest you try them out. And then if you like one more than another, and you want to move it up to a paid subscription, not prescription, subscription, do so. There's many. The new iPhone will have FaceTime with automatic speech recognition options. So look for that if you're upgrading your iPhone this year. Find out more about that.
I have one more thing that I just remembered. Assistive listening devices
Yeah.
are also a very great gift. And it's a gift for you if you're hearing and they're listening to the TV super loud. You can get those TV streamers that they listen to it in their head. Now that kind of cuts down on the communication between both of you during that, but some people do is they take commercial breaks or pause it and they talk to each other and then they start again. So look into assistive listening devices. Some of the other ones might be like a pocket talker that has a microphone extension that you can use in the car, which I need to do next time.
Yep.
And they can clip the microphone right to their shirt. I just use a hair clip. Clip it right there, and that will improve hearing in the car because that's another hard area. If you want to find more assistive listening devices, look at diglo.com.
Diglo. Good idea. Something too, and this is something everybody reminds us, and we're like, oh yeah, we should use this in the car, and we don't. You can actually buy a microphone for your iPhone or your Google phone that hooks right into where your speaker, your earbuds would, or whatever. And if you're the passenger with hearing loss, you can clip, just like with the pocket talker, you can clip it on the driver or pass it around between if you're sitting in the back, and then get the captions right to your phone on even notes, the note app. Is that what it's called? Notes? I never use it. So I'm like, I don't ever know what that one's called. But if you have Otter, if you have Ava, any of those will actually transcribe right to your phone. And then you can use your phone. If you're the passenger, you can get one of those little stands and the phone can be right there in front of you. And you can capture what you need to. I think that's our next video, Shelley. Our next short
Yes.
video.
I have also one more thing, and that is maybe your hard of hearing loved one doesn't have that bad of a hearing loss and just needs assistive listening. All plays, theaters, movie theaters, live action theaters, event centers, conference rooms, a lot of them have assistive listening, like it's either FM or infrared. And one of my favorite gifts here recently has been my Wi-Fi based assistive listening system in my living room, where I have an app and I press play on my app and it goes right into my ears through a neck loop for me. Hopefully I have Bluetooth hearing aids soon. But that Wi-Fi listening system allows me to hear the movie or the show wherever I go in the house. So I really like that one. That's kind of pricey, but I like it.
I think sometimes if you're one of those people who really enjoys, there's the timer. If you enjoy watching stuff at home, that might be worth your money, right? Because if you spend a lot of time and you have the big screen TV and whatever, that actually is I think a great gift to look into. A loop or a Bluetooth Wi-Fi system. Because we have a podcast with Listen Tech, and I'm pretty sure in that I said, you can just even do it to headphones. So if you don't have hearing aids yet, but you use your Bluetooth headphones all the time, that system will work for it. And you could even do 2 different rooms, which was kind of cool, I thought. So, because sometimes we don't even like the same movie. So that takes care of the sound in 2 rooms. Any other thoughts before we close out, Shelley? Thank you for being with us this past year. As you can see, we're going to do ongoing crowdfunding. There's many different ways that you can help us out. Buy us a coffee. You can actually go to Buy Me a Coffee and either buy us a coffee or look at some of the things we're raising money for, like our live captions at all our live events, or any equipment we need to purchase next year. Watch for new rollout on our podcast station, on our YouTube page, hopefully a refreshed website soonish. Again, you can look for that. Patreon, if you want monthly content, is available. Shelley?
I just want to say one of the best ways you might be able to help us is if you like this podcast, please share it.
Exactly. Yeah. Share our podcast, share our blogs. Come to our events. We have many free events. We'd love to have you there. And that is Talk About It Tuesday, which will be December 6th. So come to Talk About It Tuesday, December 6th, 6 to 7 p.m. Mountain Time. And if nothing else, we hope you have a great holiday season this December. And talk to you later.